The Xiaomi Mi 8, one of the most anticipated flagships of 2018, versus the speed demon, the OnePlus 6. Which one of these two is the better phone? Should you wait for the Mi 8 or pull the trigger on the OnePlus 6 right now? These are the questions we aim to answer in this video. So, hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, card to our monthly giveaway, link in the description, and of course, hit that bell icon down there. I know you want to. Let's kick this one off with the design. OnePlus as well as Xiaomi have both chosen to go with a glass sandwich design. The difference is you have the vertical dual camera setup to the side on the Mi 8, while on the OnePlus it's more centrally placed. Both have a rear fingerprint scanner. Now while these curved glass backs do look really beautiful, they both have the same fatal flaw. They are incredibly slippery and are prone to picking up smudges and fingerprints. That's why we have our OnePlus 6 wrapped in a D-brand skin. Their high-quality precision-cut skins give you the grip you need to confidently carry your phone around without being afraid of dropping it, and their customization options, well, you can check them out for yourselves. D-brands are sponsor for this video, and I'll leave a link to them in the description below, so do check them out. Of course, we don't really play favorites over design choices here at C4E Tech, so personal choices and whatnot, we'll let you guys decide on which is the better design. Here's a poll. Let us know which one you like best. Now, if you thought that the build of both these phones was similar, wait till we turn them around. Both the Mi 8 and the OnePlus 6 sport AMOLED panels. They both have a notch up top and the same Full HD Plus resolution. They are also almost similar in size, 6.28 inches on the OnePlus 6 versus 6.21 inches on the Mi 8. One thing though that will immediately stand out is that the notch on the Mi 8 is a fair bit wider than the one on the OnePlus 6. Of course, Xiaomi didn't really have much of a choice since they needed to also add an IR sensor into this notch. Now, coming back to the displays themselves, both of them are pretty good AMOLED panels. We have punchy colors, inky blacks, decent viewing angles, and even under bright sunlight, these two devices remain legible. In fact, they are so similar in this aspect that it's difficult to suggest one from the other. From browsing social media to consuming media, you'll have a satisfying experience on either display, so the display is not going to be a deciding factor here. So we couldn't separate them on display and design. Maybe we'll have better luck with the internals. Not so fast. Both of them sport the same top-of-the-line flagship Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 chip. With the current gen flagship SoC inside, performance really isn't an issue for either of these two phones. From the most demanding apps to even intense games, the 845, the Adreno 630, they keep everything running smoothly. And even if you are a heavy user who keeps jumping between apps and multitasking, there's ample amounts of RAM on both these phones. So talking about that, we get 6 and 8 gig options, as well as 64, 128 and 256 gig storage options. So they're both top of the line when it comes to performance. How about battery life? The Mi 8 has a 3400 mAh battery, 100 mAh more than the OnePlus 6. Quite negligible on paper, but in practice the Mi 8 seemed to last me a tad longer than the OnePlus 6. Then again, the OnePlus 6 does have dash charging, so I guess that again kinda evens out. Maybe software would help separate the two. Well, we have MIUI 9.5 running on top of Android 8.1 Oreo on the Mi 8, and of course it's the stockish Oxygen OS on the OnePlus 6, again on Android 8.1. Now, despite being far from stock, MIUI is really fast and slick, and I know quite a lot of you guys are fans of it, so I'm not gonna go into the whole stock versus MIUI debate right now. Instead, here's a poll, let your opinion be heard. Of course, once we are in software, we're going to talk about the special features, right? We have face unlock as well as gesture-based navigation on both these phones. The Mi 8 though has a leg up here. We get an IR sensor, so under low light, the facial recognition works better on the Mi 8. The OnePlus 6, well, hits right back with the dedicated alert slider as well as day-to-day water resistance. So we're almost at the end of this comparison, and even now, both these phones are almost on par. On to cameras then. First off, the hardware. We've got dual 12 megapixel cameras on the back of the Mi 8. The primary comes with an f1.8 aperture lens and a 1x2.55 inch sensor with large 1.4 micron sized pixels along with support for 4-axis OIS. The secondary shooter has a f2.4 telephoto lens for optical zoom. On the OnePlus 6 side of things, we've got a 16 megapixel f1.7 primary snapper. It's a 1x2.6 inch sensor with 1.22 micron sized pixels. This again has OIS. The secondary f1.7 20 megapixel camera has 1 micron sized pixels. Now let's see the shooters in action. First up, daylight shots. Both these cameras perform excellently. We have a lot of detail, the colors are punchy, and these pictures turned out to be great. Now both these phones have auto HDR, so we took all these pictures with the feature turned on, and the dynamic range was pretty good across the board on both phones. If I had to nitpick though, I'd say the OnePlus 6 edges ahead very slightly on daylight shots. Only if you zoom in though. Now how about low light? Well, what you immediately notice is that the pictures taken by the Mi 8 look brighter most of the time. Zoom in and you can see that the pictures taken by the OnePlus 6 are slightly less grainy, less noise, and they have better detail. Coming to portrait mode shots, both of them do fairly well when it comes to edge reduction. Even the selfie portraits looked pretty good on both. One thing I felt like I had to mention is that the Mi 8 kinda uses the telephoto lens to get the portrait, so it's a lot more zoomed in with a portrait on the rear camera. Now when it comes to normal selfies, both of these phones do quite well. The 20 megapixel selfie shooter on the Mi 8 and the 16 megapixel one on the OnePlus 6 end up taking some really good looking shots even under non-ideal lighting conditions. Finally, let's talk video. Both these phones are capable of 4K video, but we only have 4K 60 FPS on the OnePlus, and that gives it an edge. Along with that, we also have EIS plus OIS for super stable footage on the OnePlus 6, while the Mi 8 has to rely just on hardware level OIS. Oh, and OnePlus also has a super slow-mo 480 FPS option, something that the Mi 8 lacks. So if cameras are your priority, then the OnePlus 6 is definitely the better pick. So now let's move on to the pricing. Guys, we don't have any official pricing or release date for the Mi 8 in India, but based on the Chinese pricing and Xiaomi's track record, we'd expect it to slot in around the 30 to 33K mark. That seems to be the sweet spot for Xiaomi with their higher end devices, and I wouldn't really expect them to price the Mi 8 over the OnePlus 6 given that they're not doing it in China. So with the price difference being only a couple of thousand rupees, which one of these should you pick? Well, if you don't want to wait, if you want a stock Android experience, excellent cameras and rapid fast dash charging, well then the OnePlus 6 should be your pick. But if you are a fan of MIUI and don't mind waiting and want to save a couple of grand, then the Mi 8 is an absolute beast for the price. I know most of you guys wanted a clear-cut answer on this, but honestly guys, this time these two phones are so good, we just can't help but split hairs. If you know someone who is confused, and well, you can share this video with them. If you hate the fact that we didn't give you a clear-cut answer, well, you've already done it, haven't you? But for the rest of you who do actually like our honest comparisons, give us a like, subscribe to C4E Tech, and smash that bell icon so that you get notified every time we upload a new video. And now it's time I bid you adieu. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.